All right, next up, we're going to be going into the Cardi B and Offset divorce. Okay, we're going to bring this up. This probably just hit news, maybe 6 hours ago. All right, Cardi B and Offset. Now, let's go back. Cardi B has been in the news a lot lately. Matter of fact, just a month ago, Cardi B was bragging about how her WAP is so good that she was able to get a ring. She was able to be married. Am I right? But now the tables are turning. Now they're saying she filed for divorce. You guys have to understand, this is all part of an agenda. Look at Ray J and Prince, another divorce, all right? But we're going to get into the Cardi B. It says, Cardi B is apparently over her marriage to Offset. She just filed for divorce, TMZ learned. All right, the rapper filed court papers in Georgia indicating she's seeking a dissolution of marriage. Cardi is listed as the plaintiff and Offset is listed as the defendant. She filed paperwork on Tuesday. There is also this, according to docs obtained by Cardi, Cardi is seeking primarily physical custody as well as legal custody of their 2-year-old daughter, Culture. All right. She's also wants Offset to pay child support. Unclear how much thought at this. No word on spousal support for now, at least. All right. Let's get right into it. To me, it's a stunt. All right. I think it's just another stunt to keep it on her. But I think another part of me is thinking that it's real. But my breakdown of it, one of the reasons why Cardi B wants to get a divorce is because Offset has fell out of love with her. Offset has a lot of women that he can go through. All right. What women don't understand, your past never leaves you. Your past never leaves you. When you belong to the streets, you belong to the streets. The more you brag about the streets, the less respect that a man is going to have for you. When it comes to Cardi B isn't realizing that women are only smarter than men when they're surrounded by stupid men. Even though Offset has did his thing and he's had other women, he's still growing and he's getting smarter as a man. He's getting wiser. Remember, men grow and gain wise and get wisdom later in life over the woman. But women can outsmart men at a younger age because men are thinking with their dick. When men think with their dick, men are thinking stupid. This is why the young girls can run circles around you guys. It's because when you're at the age of 18 through 30, you're mainly thinking with your dick. When you think with your dick, you start chasing the cat. You start chasing the cat, the woman controls the power because you're in love with the cat. This is why a lot of you that are taking the red pill, you're not going to be officially red pill until you're 35, 40 years old because you have to outgrow the testosterone and your lustful feel of a woman. Once you start just thinking logically, then you move forward. But even just as a man, you're going to get smarter. When it comes to Cardi B, no man's going to respect her. The reason why no man's going to respect her is because she doesn't respect herself. She gets paid a lot of money to not respect herself. That's the sad part about society, is that they pushed it on. Now, she's making it look like she has the upper hand. I'm divorcing him and I want custody of my daughter. That's cool. She doesn't realize is that you dealing with a hood nigga that already got multiple kids by other women. This is nothing new. Both of you are rich. It isn't like an average Joe. An average Joe, right? When he goes through divorce and he has to pay child support, it's going to hurt him. It's not going to hurt Offset due to the simple fact that the Migos just have too many hits. Matter of fact, the Migos have more hits than Cardi B. That I need child support, spousal support, that's all for tabloids. That's all for tabloids. See, what's happening now, Cardi B, Ray J, and Prince, being that they're such a big influencer on women, now no woman's going to get married. Now no woman's going to be able to get married because Cardi B is coming out of a marriage. When Cardi B was married and being slutty, a lot of these slut buckets out here, they felt like, oh, Cardi B's married. All I got to do is be like her and I'll get a husband. No, she has a husband, but that husband lost respect for her a long time ago because she sold her soul. Matter of fact, a couple years ago when he proposed to her on stage, that was all a publicity stunt. Don't no man want a loudmouth woman. Don't no man want a woman who over-sexualizes herself for attention. No man wants to go home to a woman that got 100 other guys lusting to sleep with her. No man wants to know that guys want to sleep with his woman unless he is just completely simped out and he is completely emotionally done. He's emotionally needy. Somebody like Offset is not emotionally needy due to the simple fact that there are millions of Cardi B's out there, right? That's less ratchet, but have a better body. Do you guys know what Cardi B looks like whenever she takes off the makeup? I'm pretty sure you guys have seen those pictures of Cardi B whenever she takes off the makeup. It doesn't look good at all. That's what Offset wakes up to. He wakes up to see that face of Cardi B, lost respect, and then she ain't realizing this dude is famous. Of course he's going to have better women coming. Of course he's going to do that. And you're going to make all of these girls that come around Offset look better. Why? Because men don't hit the wall. Women are not aware of that. That they're going to hit the wall, but men ain't. So as Cardi B ages and they keep piling the makeup on her to look a certain way, and and Offset keeps waking up looking at that, and then she makes a song like WAP, and then she brags about how good her WAP is, which is why she's pregnant. Offset's probably saying to himself, I know what that WAP looked like. That WAP is beat in. That WAP's been ran through. That WAP ain't got no feeling. Remember I told you about a woman's vagina, right? A woman's vagina. Remember when you're like 16 years old and y'all first start dealing with the women, right? And y'all go to finger her, you got to damn near use your finger. This little bit right here to finger her because it's so small, right? Then as you go in age, you start doing the same thing to other girls, and then men start learning like, hold up. I go from one finger, certain girls, I go to 4 fingers, certain girls, I got 3 fingers. Why? It all depends on how much of it's getting stretched out by how many different guys she's with. The more different guys she with, the more that WAP gets stretched out. When that WAP gets stretched out and a man's hitting it from the back, there's no feeling but ass cheeks. He don't want that no more. That's why older men like younger women, because the vagina actually feels like a vagina. It actually feels good. You can actually be pleasure. With some of these older women, especially after they done had 3 or 4 kids, or even 2 or 3, and they still been out here in the streets, running around these streets, their vagina is stretched out. A lot of these women don't understand. Your man who may have it all together is cheating on you because he doesn't feel anything because you're so stretched out from your past. That's what Offset went through. That little detail that you don't pay attention to. That behind that, on surface, it's like, yeah, we're married. But when I go to sleep with her, I get no feeling. The reason why I get no feeling is because her WAP is destroyed. Let's go ahead and get them likes up. Her WAP is destroyed. Nowadays, you have women whose WAP is destroyed by the time they're 24 years old. By the time they're 25 years old, they're getting in relationships with these women, and they're going to the sex store and they're buying things that are just unhuman, and they're putting them inside of them. They're stretching themselves out, and then when they get with a man, they're going to tell him, your penis is small. to try to get him to vibrate low. But guys, don't ever take that personal. A woman is supposed to be able to handle a small yin yang because she's not supposed to be stretched out. Why do you think so many nerds that have families have so many kids? Because he deal with a woman that's not stretched out. Like when I go bike riding on Sunday, I see nothing but nerdy families. And it's typically a girl who doesn't belong to the streets. Because her WAP is not wore out. The more that the WAP is wore out, the less a man's gonna feel. The less he feels, the less attractive he's gonna be. That's why a lot of these girls like to take it in the butt, because they know that the WAP is wore out. And their ultimate power is a man ejaculating. You have to understand, if you do not ejaculate during sex, a woman feels like she failed. That's why sometimes they'll be like, did you even come? If you've really been wearing it out, she's going to ask you if you come because she ain't been monitoring it, because she's so used to Minutemen. If you do not have an orgasm, that woman has failed. The WAP only works when it's able to please a man. If she's unable to please a man, the WAP is no good and she's for the streets. Period. When women WAPs wore out and they know it's wore out and the snapback don't work, the snapback is where they put vinegar on it. You know what I'm saying? And then it caused it to shrink a little bit. But by the time you get 5 minutes into sex, all that vinegar snapback has wore off and you start feeling everything. And next thing you know, you just fall into the vagina because the WAP is messed up. So when you got a woman whose WAP is abused, she's obviously belongs to the streets. She has no signs of respect for herself or anybody around her due to the fact that labels in society is paying her so much to vibrate at a low volume. Why would Offset even want to claim her as a husband? Offset's just like, man, they pay us so much money to go together. They paying us so much money to do this. Far as like having kids and being a baby daddy, he was already doing that. It's the same thing with Future. Future is not in a relationship with none of his baby moms. But what he has, 10? He's not in a relationship with none of them. Why? Because their WAP is messed up. There's no respect for them whatsoever. Big shout outs to everybody that's donating right now. I see you donating. I'm going to get to you, but when I go in, I'll be going in. All right? I want to thank everybody that is donating right now. Let's go ahead and we got 1,200 in here. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them donations up. We got 1,200 in here. Let's get all that going. So let's slide over to the Ray J thing. Ray J filed divorce from Princess today. All right? What is it that we got to learn from this? When a woman belongs to the streets, she belongs to the streets. You cannot turn a whore into a housewife. When you take a woman off the streets, she don't go into the house and make a house a happy home. She goes into the house and looks out the window. She's like a cat. They in the house because they know that they'll get everything they want in the house. But they looking out the window. They waiting for their chance to get back into the streets. That's what happens when you take a woman off the streets. She doesn't know how to make a house a happy home. Cardi B doesn't know how to make a house a happy home, and she's Spanish. Typically, a girl like that's supposed to know how to cook rice. She's supposed to know how to do this. She's supposed to know how to make her man happy. Typically, Spanish women are going to do this. But when you belong to the streets, you take on the traits of all the bad girls. Offset's just growing up, and he's realizing like, yo, listen, my wife ain't worth anything, man. She's already out there. People would never respect her. Even look at what Candace did to her. So she's going to pull a power move. And now what's going to be bad is that now Cardi B is going to convince younger women to hate men. Why? Because she's going through the divorce. I guarantee it. All the girls are going to start hating men now because Cardi B does. Now Cardi B's getting a divorce. It's doomed for women. Women, put it like this.